What's up, guys? Simone Fan 101 here, and this is my Cruiserweight Classic recap and Week 5 review. The reason I'm combining both videos because to me, I just simply do not have enough time to do a separate recap video recapping all of the Cruiserweight Classic. So, I'm just going to go over some of the matches that you should see. For the first week, you should see Kota Ibushi versus Maluta. In my opinion, that was the match of the night. Pretty good match, by the way. Second week, you should see Lince. I think it was Lince Dorado. Yeah, it was Lince Dorado versus Mustafa Ali. That was a really good match. And you can also check out Akira Towzawa versus Kenneth Johnson. I thought that was a good match. Yeah, Kenneth Johnson's a rookie and Towzawa's a veteran, but I thought it was still a good match. Week 3, I forget. Oh, God. See, I'm starting to forget because I got so much in this head of mine. But week 3, check out, God. Well, whatever matches I forget. Well, I forget the match, but there is one match I want you to check out. I'll put it in the comments section below after I'm done recording. And definitely last week from week 4, check out. I remembered. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Tyson Ducks and Brian Kendrick versus Raul Mendoza. Those two matches. So watch those two. And so never mind on that one. And from last week, week 4, check out Fabian Aichner versus Jack Gallagher and Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano. So check all those matches out if you can. Check out all the Cruiserweight Classic matches as soon as you have the time, except for maybe Noam Dar and Gerv Sierra. That match wasn't that good, which is weird because Noam Dar is a pretty good wrestler, and if you've seen my WCPW reviews, you'll know. But yeah, so just check out all the weeks if you can, but as far as the actual matches, if you want to see just the best matches from each week, check out the ones I just mentioned. This is week 5 of the Cruiserweight Classic. I don't even need even though I wrote it down, I don't even need my book to figure out to remember what basically happened. This is round 2, so the brackets of 32 are dwindled down to 16, and this week we got only two matches for good reason though. We got Tajiri, the Japanese buzzsaw, versus Gran Metalik. Don't let them, just because it's easy to say, do not say Grand Metallic, as awesome as that is. It sounds like Grand Metallica, doesn't it? That should be a new album as soon as they get the chance. Grand Metallica. I'd love to see that. But Gran Metalik against the Japanese buzzsaw Tajiri. This was a pretty good match, and as this match went on, the first thing that came to my mind is, okay, Tajiri may be older, but he needs to have another run in some capacity in WWE. I think Tajiri on NXT would do wonders for himself and for the guys on that roster. I could see him going up against guys like Honoe Jose and Andrade Almas, an older veteran trying to get the young guys over and succeeding. Because I get the feeling that both Bobby Roode and Austin Aries are going over at TakeOver Brooklyn. At the very least, Bobby Roode is. I don't know about Aries. But Bobby Roode is definitely going over at TakeOver Brooklyn. He's going to be beating Andrade Almas, who needs to win in some way. So it's kind of hard for me to decide. Sorry about that. It was a little small hiccup. And, Tajiri against Andrade Almas, it may not be the greatest match. But then again, we just saw Gran Metalik have a pretty good match with Tajiri. So, yeah, go ahead and do that. Tajiri's kicks, at 46 years old, are still as hard-hitting as ever. And considering he's Japanese, and he probably works strong style, I'm not at all shocked. Tajiri kicking as hard as he does, God, that sounded painful. Gran Metalik won the match after Tajiri went for a buzzsaw kick, and as soon as Metalik dodged, he picked Tajiri up and hit him with I think it was he called it the Metalik driver, which is kind of like a fireman's Michinoku driver. If you remember Shinsuke Nakamura's former finish, before he started using the Bomaye knee, that's the move he uses. So, so he calls it I think it was the Metalik driver, and he pinned Tajiri. Tajiri looked very good here. For a guy who's 46 years old, he doesn't even look like he aged. Well, his face looks a little older, but other than that, Tajiri is still as good as he used to be. So, not as good, I should say, but he's still pretty good. So go check this match out if you can. But the match of the night for me, and the match of the night for everyone, it should be, is the 15-minute match between Cedric Alexander and Kota Ibushi. Oh my god, this match was so fucking awesome. This match kicked ass. This match was awesome. I don't know what else to say. This match, for 15 minutes. It only went 15 minutes and it was so fucking great. If it went 10 more minutes, it could have had 5-star potential written all... That could be 5-star written all over it if it just had 10 minutes. Which, sadly, due to the Cruiserweight Classic rules, you can only go up to 20 minutes. But, yeah, this match was fan-fucking-tastic. Kota Ibushi looked good here. Cedric Alexander, though, was definitely the both of them were great, but Cedric Alexander, he was the MVP of the match. Cedric Alexander was very, very awesome here. He worked. He worked all right. He went toe-to-toe with one of the greatest wrestlers on the planet. They said it themselves on commentary. And he was pretty damn good. He beat last I think it was the first week of the Cruiserweight Classic. He beat I forget his name. I think it was he beat not Davari, that was Ho-Ho-Loon, but whatever, who cares. But Cedric Alexander was definitely MVP of the night here. He was definitely the best. He was on his A game. And it really showed. The fire that he showed, the reactions, the way he sold, well, maybe not sold, but the way he showcased his emotions as the match went on. Kota Ibushi was the same. He showcased plenty of the good emotions that, was needed for a great match. It wasn't as good as Cedric Alexander's, but, it is still very, very good. And it's worth noting here. The finish came when Cedric Alexander, he has 3 finishers. He has a fireman's carry. I forget the name of the move. But he's got a top rope splash. He's got that backstabber, not backstabber, but that suplex into a backstabber looking move that he used on the first round a few weeks ago. And he has another finishing move. I don't care to remember what it is. But he went for the frog splash here. And he went for the top rope splash. Kota Ibushi immediately hit him. I forget with what exactly. But he hit him with a German suplex. A snap German suplex. He kicked his head right off his head. He kicked his head right off. And then hit him with the power bomb. I'm waiting for Kota Ibushi to use the 450, not 450, but the Phoenix Splash. After the powerbomb, he won. This was a great match. In fact, and when it comes to WWE all around, I have only 6 matches on my 4.5-star ratings. I'm gonna have to make that a 7 because this was a 4.5-star match to me. I'm saying the rating right now because my mind's already made up. The 4.5-star match definitely goes to Alexander and Ibushi. I think, and next week, we did get a little mini promo next week of who each guys will face. Jack Gallagher will face, Tony Nese will face Brian Kendrick. Jack Gallagher will face Akira Towzawa. And I forget what the third match is going to be. I honestly forget. But no, it's Noam Dar and God, I forget. Noam Dar and Ho Ho Loon. So next week it's going to be Ho Ho Loon and Noam Dar, Jack Gallagher and Akira Towzawa, and Brian Kendrick and Tony Nese. Those are going to be the 3 matches next week. But that's not why. Despite the match, and this made the match even better almost in my opinion, what I loved so much about this whole thing, the best part of the show was the ending. Not even the match, but the ending. We see Cedric Alexander on the aisleway. And I don't even think this was even scripted. I think it just happened naturally, and the fans just poured in all their emotion. Fans were chanting, "Thank you." I think it was like, "Thank you, Cedric," over and over again. Then, right when he's about to walk out the curtain, Cedric Alexander hears the chants of, "Please sign Cedric." Basically telling WWE, you better sign these guys or else we will riot. Alexander heard this. As soon as he was going to go in the back, he went back out on the aisleway. We heard more chants and more chants of, "Please sign Cedric." After a good few seconds of this adoration, we see Triple H come out from the curtain, and we see him raise Cedric Alexander's hand in the biggest show of endorsement that you could possibly give. Yes, WWE, please sign Cedric Alexander. He is so good at what he does. He is better than what he was, because he got a little bit of weight. He had a gut there for a little bit. But then he lost weight, and he did well. He's even better than he was before. I can't even imagine that. So, please sign Cedric Alexander, WWE, and I will be very, very happy. You will make me a happy wrestling fan if you do that. So until next time, guys, I will see you next time with my TNA Impact review. I hope you liked this review, and I will see you next time, guys. Have a good day. Please sign Cedric Alexander, WWE. I beg of you.